To what extent does psychology play a role in, even just for example, the speech on the other night? We had such low expectations, and when he wasn't, a raving maniac, we all felt, oh wow, maybe I could get to like this guy. Maybe he is a little bit presidential. Like, what's kind of the level of psychology that makes us sort of like him, even if we have hated him for the past few months?
Well, isn't that astonishing? Really, the mind is a big comparison machine. Virtually everything the mind does, it does by comparing one thing to the other. When you see a color, when you smell a smell, your brain is making comparisons between things. And you've really nailed the point here. When we look at Donald Trump's behavior, we ask, is it more or less bad than something else? Now, the standard to which it ought to be held rationally is the behavior of the best presidents. But instead, it's being held to the very low standards that his behavior one day earlier set for us. So yes, there's this amazing sense of relief when the man doesn't do something horrible.
How do you change what the mind is comparing? For example, like you mentioned, I think you're right that, Trump is in a place where we're comparing him to his antics 2 weeks ago instead of
compare him to his own his low expectations.
How do you adjust the parameters of those comparisons, of the comparisons?
It's easy as pie, and I bet you had a Nana who said things like, count your blessings. All that phrase means is, can you use a different standard of comparison? My wife was in a car accident a couple of years ago, and she has a lot of problems walking, and every once in a while it's just, damn it, I can't walk like I used to, and I say, but you're alive. And all I'm doing is reminding her there's something else to which she can compare her current state. So it's not hard to readjust the comparison by just making a comparison to something else. What's hard to do is to remind yourself to do it.
Yeah, it's like saying old age sucks, but it beats the alternatives.
It beats the alternative, as long as the alternative is death. When you say it sucks, you're thinking it sure sucks in comparison to being young, which I also don't believe, by the way.